Welcome to the Tony Ning Show, bringing you the movers and the shakers in the world of film, TV, and theater. Today, we have not one, but two very talented filmmakers. They have both excelled in acting, producing, and directing with a long list of accomplishments and accolades. Their current project is called In Between Life. Their Canadian premiere is at the Reelworld Film Festival in Toronto on April 11th, 2013. Please help me welcome the multi-talented Melanie Nicholls King and Sharon Lewis. Hey Melanie, hey Sharon, how are you guys doing?
Great to be here.
It's good to have you on my show.
Yeah, thank you for asking us to be on your show. That's awesome.
Wow, where do we start? I mean, Melanie, you've done so much in your career. Well, let's start by talking about your latest project, the movie called In Between Life. Tell us about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, it actually started because Sharon and I had wanted to actually, I wanted to produce, and Sharon is a director, and so we had talked about doing this feature film project together, and Sharon very smartly said, why don't you start with a short?
Okay.
A feature is a lot of money, and it's a lot of time, and, you know, maybe you want to get some experience producing before you start asking for millions of dollars.
Right.
And so we came up with this idea, and it's been this amazing learning curve for me, producing and, like, you know, just gathering all the pieces together and being there from the beginning to the end. Like I keep saying, I'm an actor. I'm not used to focusing on one thing for this long.
Right.
2.5 years almost that we've been, like, working on this thing, but it's been absolutely amazing.
Right. So Sharon, what is?
Tony, I think it's a huge miracle that Melanie and I still talk.
Oh, is that right?
After producing all of this, that in of itself is a success, because producer and directors traditionally, you know, bounce heads, and I think that was one of the pleasures in working on this project, is being able to work with somebody that I worked with creatively for years. Because Melanie and I, probably about 15 years ago, started a theater company for women of color in Toronto, and so we have worked together, and she has produced, and we've produced together, but this was our first foray into film.
So who's the scriptwriter on this story?
I co-wrote it with another writer.
Okay.
And it was inspired, actually, by a group of actresses that all hang out. We're close friends, myself, Melanie, Catherine Bruier, who's in the film, and Kim Roberts, who's in the film as well. And traditionally, every year we get together and we have a girls' night, and it's the one night where we laugh and we feel loved and supported. And so we thought, wouldn't it be great to try and capture that essence on film? But as it is, because I'm sort of fascinated with suicide, it transformed into a happy girls' night, into a suspenseful girls' night. Okay. Where Melanie Nicholls King's lead character is contemplating suicide.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that sounds really deep. Mm-hmm. So for this is going to be previewing or debuting at the Reelworld Film Festival on April the 11th, 2013, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so if
the Canadian debut, because it actually the North American debut was in San Diego at the San Diego Black Film Festival, but this will be the Canadian debut. So we're very excited.
So if people want to come to the Reelworld Festival to support this film, how do they go about getting tickets?
Just go to reelworld.ca, REELWORLD.ca, and it's listed under the shorts program, the second program. So there's two shorts programs, shorts number 1 and shorts number 2, and more shorts number 2. And they can purchase tickets online or call that phone number that's on the website. And I would say do it quickly, because our screening is selling out fast, which is awesome. But if you want to get in and see this film, which I have to say Melanie does an amazing job of not just producing.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that.
Not just producing, but conveying what I think is a very complex character. So I think you'll be in for a treat to see her work, and to see Kim Roberts, and to see Catherine Bruier's work. It's not your typical sort of girls' night film.
So are you going to be there yourself, Sharon, and Melanie as well, to kick this off?
At this point, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be there. I'm still hoping that things will work out that I can be there, but Sharon and Catherine and Kim will definitely be there.
Okay, awesome. So to all my listeners out there, and all the gazillions of fans of Melanie Nicholls King, and also Sharon Lewis, come on out and support the film In Between Life at the Reelworld Film Festival this April the 11th, 2013, of course.
There you go.
So, Melanie, I want to address this question to you. I had the pleasure to work with you and watch you perform on the set of Rookie Blue, and I have to say you are one amazingly talented lady.
Aw, thank you, Tony.
No,
you didn't even have to say that.
now tell me, what is it like to work in that Rookie Blue franchise?
Oh my gosh, it has been such a gift from day one. I mean, everybody from Cassie, who is one of the co-creators, Alana, the executive producer, David, the executive producer and one of the, and the number one director. Everybody from the top down has been so wonderful and just trying to make the best product possible. I'm really, really proud to be on a Canadian show that is, doing amazing storytelling and looks good, and it's really something that will always be one of the highlights of my career for sure.
Right. Now, without giving too much away, I know listeners are itching to find out what season 4 is going to be like. Without giving too much away, what can the viewers expect from the character Noelle Williams this season coming up?
Change. There's change. That's the mantra for this season is change. Things change for I would say every character in Rookie Blue in season 4, and some of the changes are things that the characters thought that they wanted and turned out to maybe not be what they wanted, and then some of the changes are so unexpected that it completely changes the trajectory of the character. So big changes for everyone.
Okay, now you were raised in Toronto, right, Melanie?
Yes, I was.
And you live in New York now? Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
So what's the difference in terms of getting work as an actress in Canada as opposed to U.S.?
No difference. It's challenging. It was challenging in Toronto.
Yeah.
I got to a certain level where it was less challenging, and the same for New York. I mean, this business is an uphill battle most of the way, but it's something that I can't imagine doing anything else with my life. So, you just keep plugging along, and I've been very, very blessed in Toronto as well as in New York to work on some amazing productions, and, I just continue getting up every day and trying to get to do more of what I love.
Excellent. Okay, at what age did you decide to become an actress or director or filmmaker or producer?
Well, Melanie and I actually met years ago in our 20s. Well, not so long ago. But we were in there, wasn't it?
That was like, wasn't that like 2 or 3? That was only 2 or 3 years ago, wasn't it?
And we met at the Paragon Spring Arts Fair, which was a program designed for artists of color. And from there, I think we became friends. We stayed friends throughout, and we had the honor of being in Clement Virgo's film Rude. I played Rude, and Melanie, what was the name of your character? Jessica.
Okay.
Jessica. She was a police officer, of course. Yes, that was my first police officer. And we had the honor of being the first black film from Canada to go to the Cannes Film Festival.
Right, yes.
And so that sort of launched our careers.
Okay.
And from there we moved to Los Angeles.
Okay.
And pretty much inseparable.
So who are some of the actors? Sorry, go ahead.
No, and then I moved into directing. I went to UCLA for directing, and Melanie continued to pursue acting.
Right. So who are some of the actors?
My first big role was when I was 10.
Right.
I played the Wicked Witch of the West and the Wizard of Oz. So that's how I started.
Oh, really? Wow. So what do you think of that new film Oz, the Great and Powerful?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I'm kind of. It hasn't been getting great reviews, so I'm not sure if I'm going to see it.
No, I saw it.
But, it's an interesting concept. The whole focusing more on the wizard than the Dorothy character.
Right, right. So who are some of the actors or actresses that really inspired you when you were younger?
Oh, wow. Well, Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Basically the obvious ones, Meryl Streep. Right now, Viola Davis is somebody that I just love her choices and think that, she's really, really off the chain talented. Idris Elba, I love his work.
Yeah.
Idris Elba, Luther. You just love looking at him. Come on. Well, I will admit. He's a brilliant, brilliant actor on Luther.
Okay.
I think he's embodied that role in such a great way. Right. Yes, and I got to, of course, be with him on The Wire. Unfortunately, I didn't have any scenes with him.
Oh.
But yeah, no, he's very, very, very talented. And you know who's underrated? The talented Don Cheadle. Oh my God!
Okay. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's a great actor. Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
His choices are always amazing.
Okay.
Ryan Gosling, I love him as an actor. I just love actors that make interesting choices and do characters. I'm more of a character-based actor. That's what I love. That's what I love to watch, and so those are the kinds of actors that I enjoy watching.
Right. Now, if you can narrow it down to one movie, what would be your favorite movie of all time?
Oh my gosh. You go, Sharon.
Go, Sharon.
Yeah. It's so funny. I know this sounds like an unusual choice, but The Dark Knight, which is Christopher Nolan's Batman series. And the reason is that he's such a phenomenal filmmaker, for one, and he has an ability to do a commercial film that appeals to the masses, but then it has this subtext going on, these metaphors going on.
Right.
And always his actors do so well. I mean, Heath Ledger in the role of the Joker, I think, is an iconic role. So it changes all the time. If you ask me tomorrow, it'll be The Big Chill.
Okay.
For now, today, it's The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, yeah. How about you, How about you, Melanie?
I don't know. That's wow. I mean, for movies that I could watch over and over again, I would say The Color Purple. Okay. Is
good one.
Such it makes me. There's scenes in there that every time I see it, I start bawling I've never seen it before. It's just that movie just has so many layers to it, and the characters are so just so compelling. Right. That's one of my favorite. I love the what's it called? With Kaiser Soze. The Usual Suspect.
Right.
That, at the end, you're like, what? I love movies that the end is not, you can't see it coming a mile away, and it totally surprises you.
Okay, so we're going to take another small break. Stick around for more of Melanie Nicholls King and Sharon Lewis. Welcome back to the Tony Ning Show. My guest today is Melanie Nicholls King and Sharon Lewis. To the both of you, did you study acting or are you just natural?
Yeah. I went to, my mom would say I'm just natural, just doing it all my life. But I went to theater school. I did a year at the University of Windsor and then 2 years out in Vancouver at the Vancouver Playhouse Theater School. And then, I'm always, taking classes whenever I get the chance to just, keep it fluid and keep it moving and stuff. So, yeah. And I started sort of backwards. I kind of started acting, filled in for somebody, got the acting bug, and thought, oh, this is exactly what I want to do. Quit my job and then started to take a whole bunch of acting classes. But I would say I probably learned more on the job than I did in any formal training.
Okay, and what is it about acting that you love so much that, you just got to do it,
It, for me, it's just, I can't even explain it. It's just getting the chance to embody another being, another spirit, and, just totally immersing myself on that character's journey that's, can be so different from myself, or going through things that I haven't gone through, or going through things that I've gone through in a different way. It just is so compelling to me, and the fact that it changes all the time. The fact that even though Rookie Blue is 4 seasons in, Noelle has gone through this amazing journey and gone through different things. So it's changing. It's my greatest. When we're shooting, I was I love every week getting that new script, because it's a new gift, that you're opening up, and a new world that you're entering. And so I just love the fact that it changes all the time, and I get to go on these different journeys that I wouldn't necessarily get to go on in my real life.
Right. And Sharon, I know you're a director now. So what is it about directing that you love so much?
I think it's the same for acting and directing, is that I love to tell stories. So
Okay.
whether I'm doing it as a performer, or I'm doing it as a director or a writer or as a producer, there's nothing better for me than sitting in an audience and watching people have some sort of reaction to a story that I've put together or that I'm telling. One of the greatest moments for me was I directed Sisters, and watching those actors up on stage and seeing people cry in the audience,
Right.
and hug the person beside them. And so to make people feel something it's an honor. It's a real privilege to have people walk out and say, I felt something because of something that you did, or you changed my mood, or you made me think of life in a different way.
Right. And what advice can you give to our up-and-coming actors, actresses, directors? What's good advice for them?
Don't do it. Get your laundry. Yeah. Do something else.
Don't take that advice, please.
What's funny is when we were coming up, people would say that to us all the time. Do something else. And
Right.
although we're laughing about it, I think that the truth behind it is, if you do this, and I've learned this lesson, if you do this because you want the accolades, you'll only last as long as the accolades are there.
Yes.
If you do this because you truly love the craft and the work,
Right.
then you will last, you will persevere, and you will succeed.
Right. Now, Melanie, on your website, you have a killer demo reel. I saw it last night, and I can say anyone that's serious about acting should study it. I highly recommend it. It is that good.
Oh my goodness.
It is that good. So, Melanie, can you give us your, our listeners your website address so they can go and check it out themselves?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just my name. It's MelanieNicchollsKing.com.
Can you spell it for us?
MELAN.
Can you spell it for us?
Yes, I was just about to do that.
Okay.
MELANIENICHOLLS hyphen. Oh no, there's no hyphen. LLS King KING.com.
Okay, and Sharon, where can they reach you?
I have a website as well. It's thesharonlewis.com. TheSharonLewis.com.
Okay, and
There's only one, the Sharon Lewis.
and if the folks want to come out and support the film In Between Life, where should they go again?
It's April 7th at the Young and Eglinton Famous Players Theater at the Reelworld Film Festival. And if you check out Reelworld, REELWORLD.ca.
Is it the 7th or the 11th? April.
Isn't it the Thursday? It's the
April
11th.
11th, right?
The 11th,
Yeah,
sorry. Right, you're right. April 11th.
Okay, so April 11th is I think it's 7 p.m. Is it for the for your?
Yep.
Okay, and it's at Young and Eglinton, I believe.
Yep, Famous Players Theater. And if you want to get tickets, go online to realworld.ca.
Okay, excellent. Anything else you want to add? Because we're pretty much done.
Well, we just want to say thanks, Tony. It's a great opportunity to be able to talk about the Reelworld Film Festival, which was started by Tanya Lee Williams, which has done amazing over the last 13 years, and you want to come out and be a part of it.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Tony, and I'll see you soon for shooting season 5.
Yeah. Okay, Melanie. That's our show for today, so thank you for joining us. Go out and support your local talent. Tell your friends about my show, and until next time, love, peace, and happiness.